Hello everyone, today we are organising my reading if it's the last thing I do. If you saw my reading wrap up for last month, you'll know that I read well over 20 books and honestly, 3 of them I would wholeheartedly recommend. So that's not a ratio that I'm enjoying. I don't want that to happen again for the month of May. So I'm taking some real considered time to think about my May TBR, the books that I want to read, what I want to be focusing on for the month of May. I'm also going on holiday. I'm so excited. I'm going on holiday for 3 weeks in May. So that's going to also have to factor into this reading planning journey that we're going on today. We're going to be systematic about this. I have a few things that I have to read every single month. Things like I do my Reading Around the World challenge, I do a few different book clubs, and I do other things that I need to definitely read books for. But the other things that I have complete control over, I'm going to be really focusing on trying to find 5-star reads. I want to have the best reading month of my life. We are sitting here today right underneath, can you actually see this? This is my very messy TBR situation. So we're going to be rooting through that today and figuring out which books are going to make me happy. And I also have this little jar that I made so long ago. This is technically a TBR jar. I have not touched this in close to a year, so it's so incredibly outdated. But I really want to rejig this and sort it out for this month. What I'm thinking of doing is not putting new books in here and just taking out the ones that I've already read and then just picking from the ones that have been in there for a very long time. This is just physical books that I have, and also because I haven't updated it in a long time, this will be physical books that I have not read and that I've owned for a very long time. So that's what we're going to be doing with this TBR jar. And then other than that, we're going to focus on fun. So to start this off, let's go onto my Notion page and onto my TBR. I've already made the outline for the May one, but let's start off this video by looking at how well I did for my April TBR. I've actually now read this. I usually do them in italics when I'm currently reading. I have read that one. So I did do pretty well. I'm now currently reading that one too. And then we also have The Honey Witch, which I'm also currently reading. So we were really focused on the prize long lists as well. Also, this TBR is not very reflective of what I actually read. If you do want to see that, I have uploaded my video of everything that I read in the month of April. So let's jump over to the May one. So what I'm seeing on here is that I need to pull a few over from last month. Let's grab them from the shelf. This is where I usually put my current TBR. So let's grab these two. First of all, we have The Bridge Over the Drina that I have been meaning to read since I think December. Oh, ignore my nails. It's for my Reading Around the World challenge, and I got like this far into it. It's going back on the list because if I don't put it on the list, then I'll never read it. Then this one that I meant to read last month as well, Fating It in Blood. This is already out by now. This is an arc that I got sent. We also have Not a River, which is a current read. So this one I'm already about 30% through because it's pretty short. So that's going on here as well. And then another one that's going on the physical stack is The Honey Witch that I've just started. I'm only about 10% through this one. It's very cute. I think this is going to be great springtime read, and it's like a cozy sapphic fantasy, so that's really fun. And I'm also 75% through this book, or like actually no, I'm like 85% through this one. I've almost finished this one, so I'm adding this back onto the TBR, even though I'll technically like finish it very soon. This one is a kind of Sherlock Holmes-esque mystery book, and I'm actually not loving it despite really liking this author's other works like The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I loved. I'm not really enjoying this one so much. We've like made, good progress through this stack already. The other ones that I need to add are physical books, or not physical books, the opposite, digital books or audiobooks that I'm going to be reading, the ones that I'm going to pull over from last month as well. So this is how this is looking so far. These are the books that we have from last month that we're carrying over, and I need to add actually Death on the Dark Water on here as well. Okay, so that's looking good. The other thing that I need to add to this list is the things I'm doing for book clubs, which is, I think currently I'm like almost up to date with stuff I'm supposed to be reading for book clubs, but I'm doing a Graceling Realm read-along with Sean and Tasmin, and it's been really fun. And we are up to the 3rd book in that series. The first one is Graceling, the second one is Fire, and the third one is Bitter Blue. So let's grab that from my shelves. It's over here. Let's grab this one to add to the stack. I'm very excited about this one because I didn't really like the second one in the series, but I feel like the third one will be a return to form. So the other thing that I have to rereading is I did a video on the 24 books that I want to be reading in 2024. I try to add some of those books onto my TBR every single month. I am well behind on my goal for that challenge, but I try and add at least 2 books per month to my TBR because then I'll get to 24 books by the end of the 12 months. So because I'm so behind on that, I'm going to pick 2 shorter books that are on my 24 before 24 list. I don't have either of them physically, but they are the Diary of a Young Girl, or Diary of Anne Frank, the Anne Frank book. I'm going to be reading this one with my friend Alice, and I'm also going to be putting on The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson, which is a recommendation from Alice herself. So I'm going to be reading both of these this month. Hopefully, probably, definitely. I will be doing it. I need to get back onto it with doing this challenge. Otherwise, it's going to be a mad rush at the end of the year. Okay, and then the other 2 books that I want to add are actually for a video. So maybe you can try and guess which video I'm going to be doing by the books that I'm choosing for that. Thoughtless by Lucy British. Ooh. This one is all about a girl who, if she thinks, then her brain will explode. So all her friends and family are like trying to protect her by making her live a thoughtless life. Also, this one, All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. So try and guess what video I'm doing with these 2 books. Okay, so I think other than that, I kind of have free reign now, hopefully. They're like my kind of things that I have to be reading or like that I want to be reading for videos and things. So let's pick a few more books. How many is that already? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is already 11 books that I have to read. Let's pick 4 more. Why not? Let's make it a nice round 15 this month. I was really hoping that I would have more free reign. I mean, all of this is it's all under my own control. All of this is me, but I have to like put rules on myself and give myself tick boxes and checklists to be able to, like, I do deeply enjoy it as well, if you know what I mean. So anyway, let's pick some other fun ones. Here's the overview. This is TBR, this top bit, and also all of this. Let's see what we've got. What are we dying to read? Okay, definitely this is going on there. It's also being released this month and I haven't read it yet and I really, really want to. I hope you're enjoying all the dodgy angles in this video, but this is Evocation by S.T. Gibson. S.T. Gibson always does such fun characters and plots and kind of dark and twisty stories, so I'm very, very excited for this one. And I believe it's like it's got tarot cards in it, or like it's tarot card themed or something. Anything to do with that, I'm all over. Because I am going on holiday, I'm thinking of looking at some of these skinny books. So The Housekeeper and the Professor, also I love this cover and I'm kind of convinced it'll be a 5-star read for me. Fantasy section. What do we think? Oh, I really do want to read The Goblin Emperor. I just feel like I've heard so much about this book and that I will really love it. I'm just realising that this plant is dying up here. We are distracted right now. I mean, I could be tempted by Chlorine. I know that this is like a weird, creepy book, but also I'm going to be swimming on holiday. Could do like a romance type thing. Also looking at other skinny ones that would be good for a holiday. I mean, The Summer Book sounds like a holiday to me, even though I do think this is set in Finland. That's also maybe a potential. Maybe this month is the month I finally do an Anne Patchett. Also have this one that might be a good little short one for a plane ride going in the consideration pile. So actually a book that I have not yet put on the stack that I do need to be reading is for the Reading Around the World book club, but we are currently in the voting. So the country that we ended up choosing this month is Slovakia, which I'm very excited about. And we have 3 different options for books and we haven't finished the voting yet. So let's try and narrow this down a little. Bloody siren going on. Anyway, because I can't cut this down myself, I might look up on Goodreads like which one has, what's the highest rated out of all of these? Or like what's the lowest rated? And then take that one off the consideration because I can't figure out how to cut this down anymore. I wish there was a live poll here or something where you could just be like, no, you need to read that one, or like, oh, don't bother with that one, it's like worthless. So I need some feedback in some form. So I'm going to look up which one's got the lowest rating. Make your guess now. What do I think is going to have the lowest rating? I probably think this one, The Pachinko Parlor. I think she's a bit hit or miss with some of her books. Okay, so The Pachinko Parlor is 3.62 on Goodreads. The Dutch House is 4.10 in the current lead. The Summer Book by Tove Jansson is 4.03. So in second place. Chlorine is anyone else interested in this? I like doing stuff like this. Is 3.75, so kind of second to last currently. I'm going to forget these numbers easily. The Housekeeper and the Professor is 4.05, as like roughly around the same as, I can't remember what I said. And then the Goblin Emperor is 4.07, which is also very high. They're all got pretty good ratings. I don't know if this helped or if it stressed me out more. I also forgot that I said I was going to be organising this TBR jar, so I'm just going to do a straight pick right now and see what it is. I'm not holding myself to it though. The pink one. What is it? Dirty Havana trilogy. I've already read that book. Let's just do another one. The Bridge Over the Trina. I am desperately trying to read it, but I have not finished it yet. It's already on the TBR. Next one. Sabriel. I've already read that one. It's doing pretty well. Next one is Wayward. Already read. Maybe there's none in here that I haven't read yet. I'm sure there is. This is Sorcery by Terry Pratchett. I've already read it. Next one. All My Rage by Sabata here. It's already on the TBR for this month. Next one. Is this fun? This is kind of fun for me. Bear and the Nightingale. I've already read it. Let's make a yellow one to see. We have Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. I've already read it. Okay. I'm actually going to have to stop filming this now because I have to go and do a live show with Tasman. So this is the last one. Oh, The Colour of Green. That's a coffee table book. I'm not sure why this is in here. I'm going to take that out, but I'm not going to read that and put it on my TBR. Next one, Bad Gaze. I read it and I DNF'd it. I didn't really enjoy that one. Okay, I have to stop filming this right now. We'll do the rest of the jar in a minute, but the light may significantly change. Hello, we are back and we are better than ever. I did indeed just do a live show with Tasman. If you were there on that live, then thank you so much. It's a little bit chaotic. We just mainly had a rant about this book in particular. But we also talked about the fact that I am going to be reading this book very soon, Bitter Blue. So this one is already on the TBR stack that we've been building. Where did we get up to? We were doing this TBR jar. I hope you're enjoying this very artistic angle, by the way. But should we open up the rest of these prompts that I have in my very old TBR jar? This is the first step in making a brand new and functioning TBR jar. We have to open up all of these and throw away the ones that I've already read. I'm going to pick the first book that comes out of this jar that I have not yet read. It's going on the TBR. And then I will pick out of those books that I was deciding between to fill up this TBR even more because, do you know what? 15 books just isn't enough, is it? Not when I'm going on a holiday. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really need to be prepared for that 3-week holiday with at least 25 books. This is going to be the month I'm going to read more than ever and I'm going to have all 5 stars. So let's continue going through this TBR jar. Is this fun? Is this ASMR? Should I start an ASMR channel? My mum said I had a nice voice. Maybe I should start an ASMR channel. Let me know. Oh, I've also got a fizzy drink. Do you think you can hear it? No, it's gone flat by now. If anyone wants to know my drink of choice for the day, it is a Dr. Pepper's Zero sugar. Very important aspect of the Dr. Pepper. Anyway, let's open up these little prompts. Oh, this one is Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. I haven't read it, so I should technically be putting it straight on the TBR, but it's one in a series, so like I'm not up to there in the Discworld series yet, so I'm actually not gonna do that one. Sorry. Next one, Pink. When We Were Orphans by Kazuo Ishiguro. Okay. There we go. It's one that I haven't read yet. It's been on my TBR for a very long time and I officially have to read it. Proof, by the way, if you can see that. This mirror is going to be so dirty, so you will not be able to see probably. But and also, I really want to read all of Kazuo Ishiguro's books at some point in my life. I want to have read his entire, what's it called? Discography? Not discography. What's like the equivalent for an author? His entire backlist, because I feel like he could have potential of being one of my favourite authors. So actually, before we do that, should we just finish off this jar? I'm going to open them all up and see which ones I need to still add. We have When We Were Orphans again. Okay, I'm just terrible, obviously, at making... Okay, that's staying in, because that's Night Watch. Okay, the other one is Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett, which is staying in because I have not done Discworld yet. Next one, All the Light We Cannot See. I have DNF'd, so that is going over there. Oh, The Name of the Rose. I've just spelled it. I've just done it in such a weird pen that I can't read what it says. The Name of the Rose, that is staying in there. Oh my god, I'm glad I didn't pick this one for this month. Next one we have The Island of Dr. Moreau. That's staying in there. And we have When We Cease to Understand the World, an excellent book, and I've read it. We have Interview with a Vampire. That's staying in the jar. We have Outline by Rachel Cusk. That is staying in the jar. We have Kitchen. I read this and I really didn't enjoy it. Next one, Equal Rights by Terry Pratchett. I shouldn't have just put all of Discworld in this jar because now this entire jar is just full of Discworld. I have to read them in a specific order. Next, Of the Floating World. What? An Artist of the Floating World by Kazuo Ishiguro. Haven't read it. That's going back in the jar. Last two. I think one is Discovery of Evening. A Discomfort of Evening. I've read it and I absolutely hated it. The final one is Soviet Milk, which I've also read, and I really liked this one. Alright, so we have not many going back in this jar and I need to completely redo it, but that's going to be a whole different video. But for now, we need to go and grab... Which one was it? I need to watch this recording to see which one it was now. Alright, I'm enjoying that I can see some gaps in here, but let's make some more. This, I kind of wish it was one of the skinnier ones actually, but this is the one that the jar demanded, so this is going on the stack. Okay, so this stack is currently utterly out of control. Let's try and condense this down. Okay, let's go through and let's talk about the ones I'm definitely adding. So this is the one that the jar demanded. That's going on the stack. This one I'm doing for a read along with Tasmin and Sean. Obviously that's going on the stack. Then we have a couple that I'm doing for videos, and I'm also kind of excited to read these two. So that is Thoughtless and All My Rage. They are definitely going on there. Then we have the three that I'm already currently reading. That's not too bad either. We can like quite easily work our way through those. I've already started them, you know. Then we have these two physical books that I have been hanging around on this TBR for a very long time. Then we have the fun ones, the ones that I can't decide on which ones to add and which ones not to. So honestly, out of this stack, I'm definitely adding Evocation by S.T. Gibson because I know that one's going to be incredibly hyped when it finally comes out and I want to be on that hype train. If I'm thinking practically, like for my holiday, these three are skinny little ones. I think I should just add all three. I will pack these and then quite easily work my way through them. But is it tactical to bring multiple smaller books or to bring one chunkier book on a holiday? I just don't know, because I feel like with small books, like I will literally read these on the plane and then like on day one, and then I'm just like carrying them around. So is that a good idea? Do you know what I mean? But then again, they don't take up that much space, so I don't know. And it's like kind of nice to get 3 books like knocked out the way. Yeah, I think I will bring all 3 of those. So that is The Pachinko Parlor, stunning cover, The Housekeeper and the Professor, also stunning cover, and then the summer book. Do I want to do this one right now? Oh! Sorry. I just completely dropped you there. Yeah, I'm adding it. Why not? Why not? Let's just go crazy. No one's gonna judge me except for you guys. So maybe I'll add this one too. No, I can't. I can't add all of these. The last 3 that I'm considering are the Goblin Emperor, the Dutch House, and then Chlorine. Right, come on. Guys, comment below. Which one should I definitely be adding onto this month? Obviously, I'm going to read them all at some point, but it's like, what am I prioritizing? What's going to be a 5-star? What is going to make me scream and cry with joy? Can you tell me that? Okay, I'm not doing the Dutch House. It'll happen at some point, but it's not happening this month. So it's between these 2. Oh, fuck it. I'm just adding both. Can't be arsed. They literally will not fit on my shelf at this point. And also, this entire stack does not even include the ones that I don't physically own that I have said that I'm going to read this month, which there are a few. So this is going to be a chaotic month. And it's fine. Just next month, we'll come back here. We'll meet back here. And you'll tell me I was being an idiot for putting this many on my TBR. And then I'll just do it all again. And it'll be great. It'll be really, really fun. So, am I even going to attempt to try and hold these? Of course I'm going to attempt it. Of course I'm going to attempt it. Am I going to manage it? No. Oh. Yep. Okay. Didn't even try and straighten the stack before attempting that. Attempt number 2. Oh my god, it's so heavy. It's so many words. Thumbnail. Oh my god, okay. If I didn't get a thumbnail then, I'll never get one. Okay, so I might end the video there. Thank you so much for spending this time with me where I was organising my books. It doesn't feel very organised. It feels more chaotic than ever, if I'm honest. But I'm very excited about these books, and I just think it's important to be excited, you know? Let me know down below something that you are going to try and read this month, and let me know if you've read any of these books that are on my TBR, because I'd love to know. And also let me know if you want a little tour through my Notion and how I kind of organise stuff on there, because it's pretty simple, to be honest. I've basically already shown you, but I can do that for a video if you'd like to know. I love Notion. I use Notion all the time. And that's all I wanted to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and go back and watch all of my other videos. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye!